Welcome back to the 1v1 tournament here in Las Vegas, where our top 8 competitors will clash until only one is left standing at the end of the day. Many will fall, few will remain. My name is David Freak Turley, joined by the best 1v1 color caster of the year, Sam Kobe Hartman-Kensler.
Yes! Who else has casted 1v1s?
Me. Which means I am worse than you.
Nice.
Grammatically, that would be better, by the way, so Elias, step your game up. Now, 1v1 bracket recap is on the prompter. That trophy is up for grabs, by the way. Uzi won it twice in a row. He beat Maple, then he beat Bjergsen in the respective finals. Now we'll see who he might face who can move forward. Uzi at the top of that bracket, faced off against Evie. Caps and Maple. Maple, the finalist from 2 years ago. Rookie and Bank Faker and Pabu after the upset win over Double It. It's going to be a fun one.
Man, it is so stacked, actually.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it makes sense, right? All-stars and all the best players.
All the players got voted in, and the good ones won.
But yeah, it's definitely looking good. Faker here, still in the tournament. I was sad last year when he got knocked out kind of early, you know, in one of the ones where they agree to mirror match style. But he's definitely still fighting, and we'll take a look at his opponent as well.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Just to give you the quick overview of the tournament structure, in the top 8 1v1, it's still best of 1, so 4 single games. Immediately following those 4 games, we will play the semifinals, which will be BO3. So we'll have 4 best of 1s into back-to-back best of 3s. Then we're going to have the China versus Korea show match. Then we will have the 1v1 final. So that is the run of show for the rest of All-Stars 2018. Faker and Pabu in the 1v1. He already took on Double Lift. Faker's next up.
Yeah. I mean, and Pabu here with the blue hair that was just on your screen there, he's been kind of an underdog for the 1v1 tournaments, considering, you know, how famous a lot of the names in this tournament that have been going far are. But now he's up against Faker, one of his main goals here. And we'll see if he can actually take him down, because he was one of the ones doing a lot of planning coming into this, right? Coming up with, okay, if Heimerdinger is meta, then this is going to be my counter. Or, you know, if X champions are what we're going to expect, he has a lot of these counter initiatives.
To be fair, I'm going to walk back what I said, because you're quoting me from yesterday. Really said, hey, how good do you think Mordekaiser is? And I was like, probably not very. He's like, but I think it's good in a Heimerdinger. I'm like, okay. And there's no Heimerdinger, so he's not playing Mordekaiser. I feel like
that's what your story grew out of?
More or less. But like, he was thinking of counter picks, but he more or less is like, hey man, what's it going? I'm from, oh, so cool, like, I can tell from the accident. He's like, yeah, how good's Mordekaiser? And I'm like, probably not the right choice.
Yeah, I think I concur on that one.
Even his level 6 all-in's not even that strong. So we'll see though. Faker, I actually have been liking watching Faker at All-Stars. He's been more
You like watching Faker?
Yeah.
Oh, you hipster.
I'm such a hipster. He's been very emotive though about how the game's been going. And this is going to be spicy. We saw like a chain of like Tom Kench and Pantheon 1v1s where like the aggro melee was like maybe getting in and doing stuff. So now Faker on this Cassio, pretty standard mage pick for him, but he's up against a Darius, which is going to be very spicy.
I mean, I honestly think that's going to be really hard for the Darius. He does have Flash and Ghost, though. He's going to need all that mobility.
Yeah.
Because Faker here can obviously ground him, get extra speed with the poisons. Darius is going to have to choose the all-in very carefully, I believe. I mean, if you don't turn your back during Faker's ultimate, I feel like that's just a loss right there.
So one thing I want to theory craft on the runes right here for this Darius is I actually don't like that he went coup de grace, which is bonus damage on low health, because he'll execute with the ult, which is already true damage and won't be multiplied. I would rather he take last stand, because he's going to be at 10% at some point in that fight, and having a big Q hit when he's super low is, I think, a bigger deal. Really minor point, but it's one thing I would like to see changed.
Honestly, I think last stand is super underrated.
Yeah,
because it's actually a much bigger percentage increase in your damage. Yes, it's, you know, a harder, you know, or less wanted situation to be in.
But one of you's got to get low. It's how the game flows, right? So
you don't want to be the one making use of that rune in the first place by getting yourself super low. But if you can, then it has a big payout.
It might. So here we are in this one. I think no one is surprised that Cassio is having a better early laning phase than Darius.
Yeah. Also, blue side gets the first cannon for the decent cannon spawn.
Right.
So that always does help, but your point still stands. Cassiopeia poison spam as well as Twin Fangs coming out.
But it's going to make it hard because he's guaranteed under turret, and then if he tries the last hit, he'll take probably 300 damage from a Cassiopeia trade, and if he goes for an all-in, he pulls two waves, so he's checkmated for a while here. I think he can eventually wait. Again, 100 CS takes about 10 minutes, so he's got a lot of room to wait around.
So my theory for most of these matchups, which we've actually had a lot of mage versus,
mage
AD
melee
threat or melee threat, is to just go for your perfect Hex Drinker back, not really worrying too much about minion count, but trying to get as much gold as possible, as quickly as possible to get to the Hex Drinker, immediately go back on that purchase, unless the summoners are super desynced or something, make your all-in attempt, because that has so much value, the shield for all-in.
Right now, Exhaust is on, but he's got the cool back in, and he can chase through the flash of Faker. Faker's not gonna get away easily. Oh no, there's a big Q. One more hit. How about poison? Good flash from Faker. This might be a double reset here. Pabu forces him out. Both summoners out.
Okay. Now, he has a bit of a health lead, clearing out some of the minions here, but Faker returning. There's no other gap closers for Darius with both summoners down.
Yeah. If Faker lands a Q, he can kite this forever. So Pabu's trying to get away from the Q. If it doesn't land, there's no move speed. If he's in apprehend range, this can be a kill.
Not in range.
Oh. Time Warp Tonic, keep in mind his, oh, that's the W. He might have it, he might have it. He might have it, Faker. The Q could kill him, and he's done it. Are you serious? Pabu takes down Faker.
Pabu is making a run straight for the top here in the 1v1 tournament. Faker went back close to the brush. After the apprehend missed, he thought he was all good, but he get back into that melee range. It's extended there for the snare.
That face is exactly the face I think every player in his situation has to feel where you're like, I just solo killed Faker. And everyone saw it.
All right, let's take another look so people can remember this one for Pabu. This is the second all-in, because the first one used both summoners. There, he retreats into the bush, but immediately goes offensive with his positioning. Faker thought he was going to run away through the poison long, as well as getting too close to the brush. And he takes his opening.
I like that Bang hand him out like, what? Faker lost? Good thing I left this guy's team. Holy moly.
Oh. Too soon. Too soon. It's actually so soon. He hasn't played a single game on 100 Thieves yet.
That's true. He has played in NA at least.
True.
We're in Vegas here and All-Stars getting warmed up. All right. Well, that is one of the
who's going to stop Pabu? Honestly.
I mean, I don't know. It's good. He's not on the Uzi side of the bracket. He's on the rookie side of the bracket, I think. So either way, in the top half, Maple going up against Caps. Caps, of course, on your screen here. That's going to be very, very exciting. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be, I think, a really, really exciting matchup here as well. So, I mean, what can I see? These are really good players. They're playing Nico Mirror.
Yeah, once again. Now, this is our second Nico Mirror. So much of it did revolve around whoever gets these triple blooms. Yeah, double blooms are great, when you hit the champion, but if it's next to the minion and you get the triple bloom, that prompts the all-in, or at least that's what happened last time. The big trade. Here's the all-in, level 1 though. Free.
All right, the auto should be the same power, and there's no reason to kite except to get in the brush, which Caps actually got. The first auto lands a 2-hit Q. Actually, sorry, 1-hit Q for each. There's no nullifying orb triggered.
Ooh, so we definitely had Caps with a nullifying orb. Did we already see?
I think it's mana flow ban for Maple.
Maple had it, because if he has mana flow ban, he stacked up some free mana.
Yeah, 25 extra mana. Because I didn't see that ever pop for Maple side, so I feel like Maple didn't run it.
So also though, kiting in and out of those brush, the timing on when the auto attack of your opponent coming out, that can mean the difference in a 1v1 victory.
Yep. Oh, important thing though, keep in mind that Sweeper was used by Maple but not by Caps, so important cooldown still on the table here.
Yeah, and of course the starting item difference pretty big there too. The corrupting potion there from Maple, burning him down with the extra little bit, making a decent difference.
Yeah, it's why he kind of won that trade, because Caps was unwilling to burn potions and just give up 100 gold or so when he knew he could just reset anyway.
Well, no summoners blown though. Not a big deal. Caps, in his interview earlier with Shox, was talking about how one of his goals, career goals, was to win the 1v1 tournament previously. However, with so much action going on in the off season, he then kind of backtracked a little, and he's like, okay, maybe I just want to, take a little bit more relax this time around.
Sure. This damage, though, being a fairly close trade here as they are moving in. And Caps want to take this fight. Gets a triple hit on the Q. Ignite is on. That might be it. Maple could be going down. Then right away, Caps finds the all-in.
Well, it looked pretty relaxed there and goes in for the kill. Finishes off on Maple instantly.
Yeah.
One of our quickest ones, actually, right on the level 3. Throws out the clone. Ignite down, lands the bloom.
So Caps top 4 MSI, top 2 at Worlds, now top 4 in the 1v1 as well.
All right, let's take a look. Pretty close health to start. Oh, the snare missing from Maple.
Yeah, that
Signals
means
is all in. He runs up to the minions and autos first to see which way Maple is going to dodge. Then he's able to freely land his snare.
Yep.
An extra ability landing in a mirror matchup.
Yeah.
That's going to determine the winner.
Especially when the root guarantees 3 hits of Q. That was way too much health difference. So well played to Caps, going for the all-in. As soon as a cooldown was missing, that's a really big deal. And now Rookie's next up.
Yeah, we thought that it was going to be a possible Rookie versus Faker matchup after their next 2, but now he's fighting to face off versus Pabu if he can even get to that spot. I mean, the semifinals are looking pretty hot.
Rookie versus Bang, 100 Thieves. Different cheek this time. It was his right cheek last time. Now it's his left cheek. I find that interesting. I noticed it, so I said it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you did really good on the Sunday newspaper. Like, what's the difference between these 2 pictures?
Oh, yeah,
spot all 9 differences.
Yeah.
So well done, Freak. You got the one today.
Thank you. I got the one. 100 Thieves, different cheek. I actually think I'm not good at those, by the way. You bring that up. Like, I remember, like, trying to play those.
Right.
I
was just trying to give you a compliment here. Obviously, it's pretty easy to see that's a completely different stamp that he
I don't
got
know.
on his cheek.
Pop quiz Twitch chat. Did you notice that he had this sticker on his other cheek? I don't know.
Twitch chat, more observant than Freak?
Oh, wow.
Yes, no.
I mean, combined, maybe. They have more eyes than I do. Either way, Rookie on the Zoe. First Zoe I think we've seen of 1v1. Bang bringing out Lucian. We think is like a super, obviously powerful 1v1 champion, and obviously in his pool.
Yeah. Up until this point, Rookie actually playing melee assassins with the Yasuo, and what was the second one? Echo or something like that?
I'm trying to remember.
It was definitely another assassin type champion. Here we go though. Bang on a Lucian. This is marksman versus mid lane champion. So these guys not playing around as we get closer and closer to the semifinals. Yeah, it was the Yasuo and then the Akali. How can we forget?
Yeah.
Another melee assassin that also has ridiculous range abilities.
Pretty strong.
But he definitely won both of his matchups super convincing.
Yeah.
So let's see how well he fares up against Bang.
All right, managed to dodge the Q there. Good first autos. This definitely really strong from Jizuke. Keep in mind that both halves of Q trigger the passive, so you can press Q, then auto, then press Q again, and your second auto will do a bit more damage. So that's
all the
great for
sparkles.
rookies. Yes. Ooh, and that's a nice Q hit. So Rookie obviously nuts at this champion.
He also went for the trade right there as the minion's dying, so Bang didn't get the last hit during it too. The timing choices for going for these trades where you get to choose are really big.
And right now it's just wave clear. And so far it feels like, especially with the cannon, again, desync goes first to blue.
Yeah.
It's always going to be Rookie's push. Bang getting CS that he can and hopes it's not too overwhelming of a wave under turret. Anything you can thin out before the turret hits it means you're not battling it for the CS. So that's a bit useful here. Thankfully, a melee minion got in the way of that Q, so not a problem for Bang there.
Oof, the Aerie getting a lot of value too, Rookie.
Yeah.
Constantly proccing it, keeping it up with either Q or the auto slipping in. Level 3, he went for the short on the Paddle Star there, trying to just get in some quick damage and proc another Aerie, but Bang outranges it.
Yep. And Bang also doing, ooh, that's a nice shot right there. Doing Manifold Band. I just saw him get that. Oh, he's going to be drowsy. This is, I don't think Q's up for cooldown yet, so just the auto attack.
Yeah. Fair enough to proc it with whatever you have so you can get your bonus damage.
Yeah, might as well.
It brings up the topic we kind of talked about yesterday again, though. The relic spawning. Blue side almost always, has this push in these. Well, we've seen a lot of range melee matchups as well. But if you're gonna have the push and you're up in enemy territory before 215, prep a little bit for it. We've seen people so reactive for the relic spawns.
Yeah, I think that is one thing that would evolve in the 1v1 metagame if people kind of spent more time thinking about it. Yeah, I think you try to curate a slow push that it's under turret at 210, and then you guarantee that you get both relics first time around. That's a good point. On the flip side, I feel like as red side, you can maybe let it into your turret or just fight more aggressively for the wave. I'm not sure if it's possible, but like that would be the evolution is you start playing on the health relics, I think would be like the first layer, and then you figure out if like champs like matters a lot for that kind of stuff. And end of the day, it only really matters if the first recall is going to change the result of the game.
He cut a barrier, just uses it for the damage because Bang going back for the recall.
Yeah, I think all they got was the move speed. I don't believe any of the W like passive particles actually came out and dealt damage, so not too harsh. Bang will get that early recall, buys the second Doran's. Did go for a shield +1 potion, but he's gone through that already. And choosing to do longsword instead of like boots and a potion here, so less sustain now on Bang.
Ooh, he got an ignite next. If you can get back in time to use that one too, can make a pretty big difference. Again, Bang does have cleanse, you know, for the bubbles, but you can also use it on whatever situation arises.
All right, and as the lane resets, we are at 31-29 in CS, but Rookie should lose a couple here, especially he's got the cannon wave. He recalled in front of a cannon, which means that a lot of these melees are going to be dropped down. He's losing one melee.
It's actually killing the bubble minion, freak!
That's
the
actually...
balloon is dead!
Excellent RNG in Bang's favor. And yeah, no bubble is a pretty big deal there.
Nice
no balloon.
There.
Well, that's the early ult at level 6. I like that a lot. I actually think more players should be just pressing R if they have 6 versus 5 because they guarantee some damage and they guarantee a bad trade.
Rookie also just hangs the paddle star there. Doesn't actually send that one into the creep wave to try and thin it out before the turret. Let's see how many of these he can get under duress.
Not so far so good.
All of them so far.
Yeah, hasn't missed one. This is a good bubble. That melee's going to be hard.
Oh, he got him off, Rookie!
Oh,
he did it!
Perfect. Wow.
That was actually very impressive.
He's CS up now.
Yeah, turret damage on Howling Abyss takes a while to get used to.
Well, Rookie, maybe best been in the world in not only SR, but with Faker gone, arguably Howling Abyss as well.
We shall see. He's got to do a Pabu.
That's true.
First.
I know. That's actually just amazing, the fact that he's already made top 4, but we'll wait for that one a little bit. This is still Bang facing off against Rookie here, and I mean, I feel like Bang's road has been sort of quiet. It's weird. I feel like hasn't made a lot of waves, but he's certainly moving towards X-Drinker. He's in a good spot to be able to take down Rookie here. It's still a very close matchup. Down 9 CS, but that shouldn't mean too much just yet. Gets away from the bubble.
Yeah, I mean, his Xayah 1v1 with Sneaky was completely dominant in Bang's favor. And right now, he does have the pieces for the Hex Drinker. So it's definitely a possibility he goes for that before going for another all-in. That would also time really well with his ult coming back after the early first use.
Ooh. Okay.
Tower actually getting
This is a good time. Rookie's out of mana, but there's no way to chase forward. I think if Bang had ult back up, you would just run at him, and he would probably force a flash at a Rookie there, but yeah, popping the fake barrier gave him the move speed and spell thief, and that's, wow, those are some really good cues. Rookie's so good at sneaking those in. And Bang, though he has dodge tools, this could be it. Does he flash for it? There's always a chance, right? That flash is suddenly Bang's dead.
I agree. No, there's nothing necessary here.
You can do this. Like, mini waves are in the way now. But like, every time, like that is a possible kill.
That's how you have to think when you're playing against Zoe Freak. So I like your mindset.
Yeah.
He can do this.
I could die. I could die right now. Okay, I'm not dead. I could die right now.
Don't fall asleep.
Blue smite. Oh, actually burns it right away. He doesn't want to save it for like a slow, for a partial all-in. I guess he's going for the reset.
I mean, it's Zoe. He's going to pick up another one. Here we go. 72 CS, bringing on the pressure. There's the Hex Drinker we've been waiting for. The ultimate is back online.
Yep.
Bang is ready for the all-in. Position close to his tower too, so he has a possibility of chasing down. The hard thing with Zoe is if you're running away from her and you use Flash and Cleanse, then she picks them up and uses them to continue the chase.
Yeah.
If you chase her, then she can't really use them to get away. Nice job.
Right, there's the ult. And then it's a few pellets, but Rookie doing a really good job of juking left and immediately right, and Bang slightly oversteps the move, and Rookie gets away from most of that damage, not losing a summoner. If he plays that a little bit wrong, that's a forced flash.
All right, he's got the wave pushed up through the turret as well. Can he harass Rookie at all to kind of soften him up a little bit, maybe for the next all-in, because it's already 80 minions.
Yeah, he's running out of time to get the all-in. Bang can't easily force this, and it's actually quite trivial for Zoe to get some of this CS out like this. So 8 CS difference, that's almost impossible to make up here for Bang.
Another Ignite.
Yep, jumps in, Ignite for damage. Okay, that's probably a good cleanse. I think it's the right choice.
Yeah, I mean, you can't afford to lose any more health from that Ignite first down.
I think like maybe like right then was a try because E was on cooldown. Like you have to just like go in and take that fight. If you're melee range, Zoe's Q does not do much damage. If you're taking a fight like this, she doesn't hurt you very hard. So I actually wanted to see her jump forward. Want to see Bang jump forward on that last wave.
Yeah, because now doesn't have too much mana to work with either. Another Airy proc on that paddle star.
Yep. Okay, that's a good jump forward. And now you try to get the autos, but look how far back Rookie's playing. Wow, even dodged the Q. That's a huge health difference, and he can't go around. Pulps in the Hex Drinker. The Q, it's one hit! Oh, that's bad! Oh, he life steals! He's still alive! 12 HP, and he jumps in and gets it. Zoe, rookie, with a 12 health difference, takes out the 1v1.
Oh my God. Rookie has won with 3 separate champions. He has gotten the CS lead, but he has still gone for the kill every single time. And that one was one of our closest yet.
That was really, really nice. I love this mechanic. He actually knows you can go ahead and do this first pass because it gets down to like 5 HP here.
All right, here we take a look at it. Is able to use the heal again, gets more sparkles, and they get through the magic shield, but Bane goes back in the queue, both flashing at the exact same time. At this point, Zoe is able to use the pickup flash there, ult right in, and get the guaranteed damage.
And I love that fight because Zoe passive auto is instant. It's instant hit, which means you're not trading projectiles. You will always deal damage before Bang deals damage to you. And he knows if it's auto for auto, Zoe always wins that. Well played.
Trouble with trading flashes with Zoe.
She gets another flash.
Yeah, that's not a fair trade. She can just go pick up the one that she traded to you.
Yeah.
That'd be like me paying you $1, freak, for the candy you have in your pocket, and then you slip into mine and then take it right back.
To be fair,
I get no candy, freak gets $1. That's not
the
good
dollar
trade.
is a loan, right? Because it does go away if you don't use it right away.
Okay.
So you've got to liquidate it back in, like, launder that flash into some damage. Otherwise, it does get stuck.
Well, Uzi definitely has quite a few dollars of his own.
That's true.
One of the most famous players. Maybe actually, I don't know.
Maybe the
very close with Faker.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the 2 most famous players in the world. One of the most successful, especially on Howling Abyss, defending champion.
2-time defending champion.
Yeah, he does not like to lose, and he is very good at this mode. Let's see him walk it down here with the exhaust heal Varus. Does have Airy, so it's going to be a lot of not only the Hail of Arrows, but also Qs coming out, I would expect, for the quick timing there.
I actually like this setup really well for Evie. Keep in mind, he can, with the ultimate, he can blow through Varus ult, he can walk through the E, and he can blow through the exhaust. And part of Olaf's damage profile is true damage, so even the exhaust damage cut won't affect the E. So I like a lot of what Evie's bringing here. With Comet, every Q is going to deal max damage, is going to land for all that as well. Yeah. This could be a really big positive here for this Olaf.
Big thing is the axes as well with Olaf. You always have to pay attention. I mean, most of the early points are going to go into Q, so making sure you land that on the champion model, as we said last time when we had our Olaf 1v1 mirror, is going to be huge.
Oh, he lands the Q. This could be it right now. Will he pop Ghost? Not yet. Just going to go for second Q, third Q. Good damage, and then there's going to be a fade away here, and it's health bar lead.
Comet Olaf here with the big trade from Evie. Very nice axe chain thus far, and he's getting the push into turret. That did have a lot of minions die to his pushing wave during it, but looks like he got a pretty decent chunk of the health.
He's only missing 1 CS. It's 8 with 3 to stand. He missed exactly 1 CS for that play. This was basically perfect. Okay, he's down 2 now, but he also was corrupting potion start, so he's not even losing gold for this. But Uzi started 3 pots with boots, and he's now down 50 gold as well. So I mean, this was just all great by Evie so far.
All right, Evie with some clean Olaf so far. Corrupting Potion, I think, is the best choice as well. Mana is so important in these trades for him. If he doesn't have the ability for these Qs for the threat, which almost all of them have hit, by the way.
So then we got to see an example of the wave resetting in time that Uzi got to grab his own health relic.
Yeah.
So, you can find ways to play around that. I don't know if it was Uzi's plan or if Evie kind of dropped like a possible way to push that wave differently, but at least that is some sort of much needed mana back in Uzi's favor. Uzi did go nullifying orb, by the way, so no mana flow band mana there for him.
All right, Uzi on the push here. Olaf under tower, a lot more difficult to try and clean those minions up because Uzi has half a bar of mana to harass him with. He's able to hit the cannon with his axe, though.
Yeah, that's something. That's going to be pretty good. But now I wonder when Evie gets a recall off, because at this point, he's used all Corrupting Potion stacks, and Uzi still has that boot speed advantage to kite away, to dodge the maxes.
I mean, spam some maxes through the minions to try and get a decent amount of gold for your next back. He still has the,
Okay, he's strong right now. This is the play. Exhaust is on. This could be really good for Uzi, though. I feel like he's got the damage of the wave, but the X is still coming through. This might be the damage. The charge of Q is not enough, and he does take him down. Uzi is going to advance.
Yeah, Evie decides to go for the all-in. I thought he might even back off with the Ghost once he got exhausted, try and get out of range and not get sniped down on the way out, but he commits hard to it inside the minion wave. Uzi fights his way out, has the heal for later, and that is enough to secure the victory.
All right, well, that's GG right there. There's the handshake. Nice try to Evie. I do like that he went for an aggro matchup. I think taking a style mismatch is a good thing when you're trying to pull the upset. But Uzi did play it right, had lane control, and those waves helped him a lot. Here's the Ace of Predator replay.
All right, so again, tough situation here for Evie. Under tower, it's easy for Varus to harass you, has 2 abilities he can do so. He just goes for it, gets exhausted immediately, trades his own exhaust, but with the heal from Uzi, it actually got pretty close. The axe was about to come back up once you pick it up, refunding the cooldown there. Yeah. He had about a quarter of a second left on the next axe to come through. So it was a little bit closer than that health bar told, but again, Uzi moves on once again, his relentless march towards the finals.
Of course, that is quarterfinals over, so we are right away into the semis, and we move on to best of 3, the top 4 in the tournament. It's gonna be super exciting. Here we go on the screen. Our top 4, Uzi versus Caps, but up first is Pabu from OS versus Rookie.
Yeah, Pabu going really deep here in the 1v1. But now, as you said, we're in the best of 3 situation. I'm going to be curious if Rookie continues his trend of using a different champion every time. In addition, in these best of 3 matches, then he's going to have to get pretty creative pretty early on here.
At a certain point, you do run out of new things you could possibly play, but you know, there's more than 140 games. That's a very long bracket.
Not all of them are that great for 1v1s, but definitely agree. The options are there.
But they've done what they could. So we'll see what comes through into this one. Best of 3. We have not seen, it from the top 8 onwards, any handshake matchups. We've had a Nico mirror, but that seemed to be them intentionally just like, well, this is the best champion I have in my pool, ready to go. Like, we haven't seen any troll ban games, so.
Oh, you're thinking they didn't agree to that early on?
I think it was, they both put in 3 bans, said, okay, my 4th pick is Nico here.
I think the one clue that would support your argument would be slightly different runes. Because usually when they decide ahead of time, they match up everything, runes and summoner spells and the like. So I'll back you up, Freak, with a little bit of detective work.
All right, these players far apart, by the way, not adjacent. Sleet's like 1 and 4 over here.
As we get deeper into the tournament, the competition stiffens. You get a little bit more cold.
All right, and we are back in with Champion Select now because we're into the serious mode where we need to see what they ban, what they get rid of.
Okay, pretty realistic bans here. With the Forgotten Jace coming out.
You see that Darius ban? It took down Faker. He knows.
Yeah, he does not want to see that one coming. Maybe something like the Cassiopeia is floating around then.
Mord vs. Heimer. I want it. You can circle it all the way back to what Bobby brought in on Wednesday.
Okay.
Mord vs. Heimer.
The problem is, you have to choose that blind, right? So you just have to guess what they're using.
Or you talk about it. You're like, hey, let's play Mord vs. Heimer. And he's like, okay. Why this? Trust me.
I mean, that's a good way to settle arguments, right? Very famously, Froggen had the Karthus versus, what was it, Kassadin argument? Or either that or LeBlanc. It was one of the 2 as far as those AP assassins.
Yeah, I think it might have been Karthus LeBlanc, really saying that Karthus wins it.
Yeah, really big over Twitter. The majority of mid laners are like, oh yeah, for sure the
LeBlanc smashes,
LeBlanc side smashes, but Froggen stood tall with the Karthus side, and that would be a good way to prove your point in the All-Stars 1v1.
Well, looks like we're going to see more all-in from Pabu, but Rookie is back on Assassins as well, so Olaf versus Akali. And a snowball right now for Pabu.
He's going back to the Akali. Now, this is a champion with insane level 6 burst. Also, you can look really cool while you're going for these kills. And honestly, I think that Pabu might want to take it before the level 6 then, because Akali gets tremendous burst damage at level 6. Olaf doesn't really get
20 armor and
really, and then even if he pops it, gets negative, right? Because it's going to take it back off.
Away,
so I honestly think that he is going to try and push this before level 6 to have his best chance.
Yeah, the big inflection point I see is the Twilight Shroud from Akali. The first time it gets popped, you can throw Qs at the Fog, you can show her with the Obscurement if you land Snowball as a reveal, if you wanted to bring Ignite alongside that, that's a reveal. And you can throw Axes and kind of keep up some of the damage and try to trade back. But as soon as it's down, I think that is, okay, let's go. Let's make that Axe chain and like actually go for the follow through. I think that the sort of 15 seconds between Twilight Shroud 1 and 2 is the window for Olaf.
Yeah. You have to be ready for the window. I think, much like real life, if the good opportunity presents itself, no matter where it is in Howling Abyss, you have to be ready to jump on it in an Olaf versus Akali matchup because the timer is a ticking.
Life advice with Professor Kobe. I appreciate that.
Man, I haven't done a professor segment in so long.
Yeah,
I need to get back into the lab.
I agree. What is your preferred science?
Physics.
Cool.
Because all sciences are physics.
Kobe, have you heard
Can't be argued.
Have you heard of the electronic universe theory? It's fake science.
I have not, actually.
It purports that gravity barely exists. Everything is just electricity fields.
I've heard it.
Yeah, it's XD.
Oh, we have a Nimbus Cloak. Oh, he did that last time too.
Yeah.
But last time I think he had Celerity, right?
He did have Celerity.
He had Celerity and Nimbus Cloak. Now he's decided the extra damage from Absolute Focus is going to give him
I like the
edge.
dance off though. This is nice.
I mean, Prestige Akali's got more updated moves, let's see.
That's true.
It's not exactly a fair fight.
But Broloff juggles axes.
True.
That's kind of cool no matter when it is.
The baseline difficulty there is ridiculous.
Yeah.
5-point strike coming out here from Rookie to try and get some damage on the minions. But again, Olaf here right in the middle of them. Pabu even takes the 5-point strike along with his minions. Solidarity.
Just to do it. He's got Conqueror ready.
That is very important for these trades too.
Yeah.
Right? You see the glowing gold there on his arms.
Yep.
Oh,
he lands the axe, but there's no way backwards. So Q into E does dodge the second axe though. Big for Rookie.
Yeah. Decent little trade.
But it never autoed, so Conqueror didn't turn on there. Another trying again. Snowball's on. Good Q. But yeah, until he autos, Conqueror doesn't do anything. There's no bonus attack damage there. So Comet would have done maybe 40 damage by now.
Yeah.
Just kind of tracking.
I actually really did like that comment. And honestly, if he knew he was going up against Kali, I think he would rather have the comment too.
Well, so you have the time to switch runes around. Like the champion is blind. You get 40 seconds with the matchup to pick runes.
Well, I will revise my analysis then. I think that he would rather have Conqueror, knowing that he's going against Kali.
Good call, Kobe.
Because he chose so.
Yeah, he would rather have it.
All right, 2 stacks of Corrupting Potion versus the single health potion for Rookie. However, Doran's shield doing a decent amount of work, keeping him up there towards the 80% mark.
All right. And of course, still, ooh, okay, I like that one. And he can always go back when he needs to. W's in for the auto attack. That's a better trade for Olaf, though. That was nice.
Shroud down.
Oh, no, you take Snowball. You take Snowball. You go in for the fight right now. He might kill him. He might kill him, like, right now. You have Flash to chase. That Flash down.
Oof. Okay, so I was sad because the Snowball didn't hit the champion, but
hit a minion.
Yeah, take the right to the cannon minion anyways. There, works
That's
out.
the Q. Yo, he's flashing in for this one. That's a good backwards E.
Oh, he's got
Does he have the damage? He's going for it. He's going for it. Does he have it? No. Rookie deals the damage. That was a bit greedy. Game 1 goes to Rookie.
Again, you don't got a lot of chances. They're already at level 4, and once Akali gets level 6, I feel like it's going to be over. Oh, we got some misdirection here. What happened? Confusing on stage.
It's about to 3. It's about to 3.
Did I win? Oh, yeah.
I got to play another one.
But, I mean, honestly, you can go shake his hand after one game. I feel like that's still good sportsmanship.
That's fair. It's up to you.
Unless you like psychs the other player out. You're trying to play with some mind game.
What did you just do right there? That's one thing I miss.
Pabu knew he didn't have much time. He wanted to go for it. He got pretty close to E range there, trying to get it. Not close enough, though, and Rookie kites away under the turret.
Yeah, all right. That was cool, though. That was pretty close, though, and I think it's definitely winnable with either player, but Pabu's got to do the run back now. He's got to 2-0 this one.
Yeah. We
get lots and lots of reaction shots, but they're going to be ready to go soon.
All right, will his hair turn from blue or purple or whatever? I think that's a purple. Into Super Saiyan Gold like quick shots.
Blue or purple?
Because they have pretty much the same hairstyle.
That is like the common hairstyle nowadays, though, right? It's like really short on the sides. I can't pull it off, obviously, for reasons that we're all aware of. It would actually, if I grew it out, it would look so bad. Me with that style would be rough.
I agree. Once again, we're in alignment.
We are in alignment. Freak has no hair.
Pabu, meanwhile, setting up. All right, back against the wall. What's going to be the #1 secret strat?
I need to cut you off real quick, Kobe. You see that the stage picture there for Pabu? That is blue.
Fair.
Like maybe the end accent is a bit purple, like towards the end.
The lights make it really hard to determine the color as well.
Yeah.
So let's move on.
But I mean, we're saying blue, so I win that argument. All right. Look at the bands right here. These look like the same 3 bands for Pabu.
All right.
Rookie Actually getting his own Akali.
Yeah,
And he
like,
wants the Aurelia.
Oh. Yeah, so Pabu's reaching deep into the history of the 1v1 tournament here if he locks this Caitlyn in. Because Caitlyn, probably the most successful over the course of 1v1 history as far as the strategy here with the long range.
Okay, so thoughts here. Pabu knows that the Aurelia ban was dropped for Akali. So we should, I think there's a really good chance Aurelia was the pick. And so it's not as blind pick. You have an expected counter pick here into Aurelia. That's with me knowing he's picked it, but I think that's a reasonable thought. Thinking about this though, Aurelia did get nerfed last patch. The W has a longer cooldown and gives you less damage reduction. So that
also doesn't give you a stack of your passive
for free anymore
on casting it.
Yeah.
So you still need to focus on queuing minions when you're going for your all-in because the passive is so important.
It is. So this is going to be interesting. Caitlyn versus Aurelia. We know Rookie's Aurelia is super good. Pabu is not a Caitlyn player. He's a top laner.
I mean, have you gone through his op.gg?
I haven't, but I'm willing to expect that's not in his competitive
I think
repertoire.
that's a good percentage bet.
Yeah, I would take that bet for most people.
All right. Honestly, let's see. If the Caitlyn consistently traps close to her own feet and is just constantly, looking for the Q ins from Rookie, I feel like Pabu has a good chance at evening this up 1-to-1. Then again, Rookie on an assassin, typically mid lane champion, has been successful 100% of the time.
Yes.
In 1v1 tournament.
It's been good for him. And at 6, and we know this matchup will last longer than the first 6 levels. You can't win by, CS before level 6. That all-in is scary, and Rookie can make that happen. So Grasp, Demolish, Bone Plating, and Unflinching. So he has Tenacity when he pops Summoner spells to get out of the stuns.
Yeah, also could stack it up there. And Tenacity, important versus Aurelia here.
Yep.
Obviously going to have to deal with at least one stun. And, yep, standard there for
Plating and
for
Shield
Rookie
Bash.
as well. Shield Bash.
I mean, it fights against things that are almost unusable in that tree.
Yeah.
Demolish is not going to happen for Aurelia.
Yeah. I mean, fair enough.
But, I mean, I forget what second win fights, but, like, Overgrowth is also bonus health. Arguably, Shield Bash is...
The thing is, that's not his main stat tree, so you can go down to a different one. You don't have to take one from that line that fights with Shield Bash.
He did all of it just to take Bone Plating, basically. Yeah. Which, to be fair, is a good rune. But it's useless against poke. It turns on when you take the first hit, so you have to take a second hit for the Bone Plating to do anything.
As expected, Caitlyn getting the early push here on the minions. Same deal with Summoner's Rift as well.
Yep.
And again, even we have moved on to the semifinals, so we can reiterate the Caitlyn Grasp meta that has emerged.
Right,
It's just a 1v1 thing.
It's a solo queue thing as well.
Super common. Actually across most YOLOs now, just because of the laning prowess that she does bring. So much sustain and continuing to stack up that health. Very good versus Aurelia.
Yeah, actually, the more he can get that 3 health at a time or so against Rookie, the better chance he has of not getting killed at level 6. So Rookie needs to kind of consider that he's occasionally giving away more than just a bit of health. He's actually giving away a chance at a win condition, as little as it would be.
He needs to stay in range for the Demolish to trigger, actually.
I think it's worth Pabu actually going in for the greed there and doing that. But nice stun. I don't think he'd follow up on this.
Yeah, I think early on you can definitely...
Okay.
Oh,
he has a minion to go back to. And Q's still up, so he has still the mobility. But yeah.
Did get the mark on him. But yeah, I think early on it is worth it to stick around in range for the Demolish tick. Since we've seen the turrets on Howling Abyss are really, really easy to take down. If you force a bad recall later in the game and you got an early Demolish off, you can just win the game straight up.
Yeah.
With Demolish #2 and trying to push with a wave.
Yeah, I really wonder what the optimal strategy sort of input for Pabu is, because obviously you want CS for items. Getting yourself some armor against Rally is a big deal. This is really good. That was really nice.
Everything mixed there.
Yeah.
We got the net as well as the stun.
But what I'm kind of curious about is under turret like this, is it worth pushing back Rookie and denying CS?
Oh, he doesn't get...
Or is it worth getting 200 damage on the turret and saying, I won't win by 100 CS, but I might win by first turret. Your timer is now shorter, right? And it means you give up harass. It means you do less damage and push Rookie off the wave less often. But it means you shorten the game timer.
Yeah, I stand with the Demolish. But look what he's doing. What he was doing with his traps as well. He's using the traps offensively to try and zone Rookie off of CS, individual CS. So it's very clearly, trying to speed that up as quickly as possible and force Rookie's hand. Here we go. Stun lands so he can get the relic.
He should have committed just grabbing the relic right there, but now this is going to be the fight. This is going to be exhaust on, and honestly, pretty solid. Rookie baits out the summoner and gets away.
Yeah, Aurelia is so good at baiting out summoner spells. With the extra mobility from queuing back the low health minions there, and the time you can sit the exhaust in your Defiance.
Yeah. Pavlik, if you're really comfortable now, though. Rookie is basically out of mana. There is zero chance he can get a stun out. He has a Q, but you don't get mana back on Aurelia Q anymore. So even if she resets to a minion, there's no fight to have against the Caitlyn. So this is Pabu in full control, auto-attacking from this kind of range. He's got the wave in front of him as well. Like, these should be pretty easy auto-attacks.
Rookie playing right now, he's just trying to get enough money for his purchase. You get your level 6, you purchase, and try and come back to use your combo because this exhaust window is huge.
This is weird.
It's perfectly set up. Once you have access to the level 6 burst, it's just a regular Caitlyn with flash.
I think Pabu's playing too safe. Like, the full combo for Rookie costs like 190 mana or so. Right? He went for a flash ult, but there's no ult. There's no chance Rookie wins a fight like that. And Pabu gets to keep playing up right there, so Rookie has to eventually take a bad recall. He's down CS by 13. Pabu can play up in his face because Aurelia has no mana and has to burn through 200 mana to kill Caitlyn.
Well, in the world we live in right now, Aurelia is looking at a summonerless Caitlyn right down the lane and still has access to the ultimate. Now the Sheen burst damage. He's definitely looking for that all-in.
Yeah. More opportunities to all-in, 10 CDR, 250 more mana to burn through for these fights. This is good.
Now, the minion wave pushing away from Rookie, so Pabu can literally stand at his turret, not expose himself to that all-in at all. And I don't think there's any chance that Rookie's going to be able to pull that off under turret.
He should steal the health relic, and he's not doing it. This could be
But he's
stunned.
out.
Yeah, but he gives Rookie the chance to get a little bit more health and mana. That's,
okay.
I mean, really minor misplay, but it still adds up, I feel like. This is just Rookie taking CS. Nice trap. Oh, it's going to be under turret. He's going to try right now. Ignite is on. He's on the wrong side, but he gets the stun. Oh, the turret trap came in time. And another turret dive. One more.
Oh, my goodness. Pabu does even it up. We're going to a game 3.
Wow, that was intense. The nerves on Pabu as well. He actually walked into the side of the Aurelia ult. He wanted to kite away, not get shot. Took a bit more damage there, but this was the fight. This is hype.
This is Rookie going for the turret dive. He's like, oh, what? You're going to trap me off? That means you have no defensive trap. So he hits the ultimate, goes in for the first Q, dodges away to this 2 minions actually to finish stacking up. Lands his stun.
Oh, that auto didn't do enough damage.
It was pretty close, but the turret definitely the winner here. Takes down Rookie, and that is going to be Pabu. More life left in him for this 1v1 tournament. What a run he has had.
I don't know if Rookie was exhausted, if that came back up or what, but that last auto felt like it did no damage at all. Like, this was like 100 HP.
It's kind of hard to tell because it's under turret, so we definitely have to look at the summoner spell.
I know she had no attack items, like her only item was a Sheen, so like the basic autos weren't going to hit very hard.
I was pretty sure it was still on cooldown though. And Defiance was ticking.
Yeah.
Or,
I'm talking about like a basic Aurelia auto attack.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like it did 12 damage, which could have been just minions. So I'm sure someone will know what that was. I couldn't quite tell myself.
Got to slow him down for that one.
And it was slow-mo. I was looking for it too because I thought Pabu was going to die. But we're in a game 3. Pabu is a game away from the 1v1 tournament finals. And Pabu was the 3rd voted in OS player, brother. He came in because Surenfire stepped down. Surenfire said, you know what, I've got to take care of stuff at home. I got to take care of myself a little bit. And so Pabu came in as the 3rd vote. And he's like, I don't know if I can do this. I mean, I have top laner mechanics, which he meant as an insult, by the way, to himself. Not my word choice, his word choice. He's like, I don't know if I can do it. I got top laner mechanics. And he is a game away from dethroning the world champion.
I mean,
as king of mid lane. As king of mid lane.
Okay.
We're going hype, Kobe.
You don't get to take away the world champion ship from one of the players by winning the 1v1 tournament, but Hovering Fiora, that's the top lane champion. That's some top lane mechanics, freak.
That's some top lane mechanics. You press Q and it auto-targets an enemy for you.
That's very true as
I'm
well.
pulling out the shape.
And honestly, it is a lot of RNG on your side. If you get some good vitals proccing,
Yeah, I do know Vitals coding, by the way.
They adjusted it, I know, a couple times.
Yeah, my understanding, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. Basically, there's a good and a bad spawn. A good spawn is bottom and left, if considering he's blue team, and bad spawn is top and right, and it will alternate back and forth. So you'll get one of the good sides, then one of the bad sides, then one of the good sides, then one of the bad sides. And so it's up to Rookie to kite away for 10 seconds when it's on the bad side.
So what you're telling me,
yeah,
every single person that loses lane to Fiora and blames bad Vital spawns, using it as a crutch?
Yes.
Okay.
There is some minor points, because if it's like top versus right, based on where you are in the lane, that can be harder to achieve. Like, I understand
I feel
the
like,
differences.
yeah, because I feel like top, especially if you're in top lane, sometimes you can try and hug close to the wall or something.
But by and large, it's reasonably fair.
Trying to get Freak into some stronger, more outlandish statements.
Yeah.
Than he already spouts himself.
Fiora is, which is already a hole I dig myself into frequently.
All right.
Outlandish statement. Pabu's going to smash Rookie.
Bold prediction?
Yeah.
That's more of a bold prediction, you might say.
I mean, I don't think anyone thought we were going to have this guy in top 4, but he's a game away from the finals against either Uzi or Caps. Of course, same spot for Rookie. Don't want to sell him short. Amazing player. Much love for Rookie. Coming back on the Akali here, and Akali versus Fiora is going to be the decider of the first semifinal.
All right. Game 3 here. Everything on the line. I doubt that we'll see someone go for a dive like we saw in the last game in the game 3, right? You don't want to take those risks anymore.
Yeah.
Ignites for both sides, but the extra flash here, again, Rookie valuing that mobility so much. And there's a good Vital spawn.
Yep.
As determined by Freak. That would be the left one and the bottom one.
Yeah, bottom/left. So once that despawns, we go top/right. This is if I'm Pabu, I would just take this, you know? Like, I would just, you're willing to fight me. But I understand they've said they'd rather just dance and laugh at the start of the game.
Same runes. The only difference here, actually, instead of the Ravenous Hunter, which still does give you
2.5%.
2.5% of your spell vamp, you got the Ghost Poro for the brush vision here.
Yeah, I think that can definitely matter, because you don't want to get sort of brush baited. So there's the first hit, second grass trigger, good damage there.
Ooh, backs off before the 5-point strike comes out too, so Pabu.
Yeah, Pabu's setup is super sustain heavy. It's all about health sustain. He's running Overshield plus Legend Bloodline, which along with Grasp, you can actually get that shield going up, and he's actually running Shield Bash as well. So there is enough healing coming in that Pabu can actually self-trigger Shield Bash. But he's doing that kind of over picking something like Mana Flow Band.
Yeah.
Where instead of taking that precision secondary and grabbing Overshield and all that, which is going to do a little bit, don't get me wrong, the Bloodline will matter a little bit.
Really, really good grass box as well. So you can see the little green hand there when it's ready. 4 seconds here just in combat with the minions, then goes in for these Qs, and he is consistently stacking. He's actually got more grass box with Fiora than he did with Caitlyn.
All game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But making it happen, pretty good pushing. He's going to have 14 of 19 CS here at this top half. Very similar boat right here. So Rookie is not dropping CS despite the pressure lead.
Oh, Shroud goes down, trying to get the relic.
That went on Fiora, and they got the trade auto. Even though Rookie tried to E backwards, the auto came in time. Pabu has those reflexes, made it happen.
However, the Easter Bunny is still there. This Ghost Poro has not been scared away.
Ooh, that's true.
That's our little mini game for this one. Pabu has not walked into that side brush yet. So Rookie.
Oh
no! There it goes.
It's just afraid.
Caster cursed.
Yeah.
Ghost Poro.
You caster cursed the Ghost Poro. That's unlucky.
Can't get away from it.
I believe Fiora Q will target into invisibility, so he has a chance of actually.
All right. You know what? I'm not even going to complain, because the Akali Shroud is ridiculous ability in itself. So whatever you want to do to attack Akali in there, I'm actually fine with it.
You know what's actually great? Misfortune Q will also do that. I have gotten a kill on Akali. He was like sitting there, and I'm like, that cast minion's low, and I get like a 600 damage double up.
Ooh, good parries too. Okay. Vital with that one.
Yeah.
Vital giving it a lot of health back as well. You're talking about the sustain.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It has really given him control of the minion wave, so a lot of vamping coming off of his Doran's lifesteal as well. But we're approaching the level 6, Freak.
Yeah. This is the first time Pabu, I think, like this entire tournament, is playing a champion that he's normally playable as like in top lane versus like, the Caitlyn's and like random stuff that he's clearly never going to play there. Even Olaf's not really a top laner anymore.
Yeah, fair enough. I think Olaf definitely still gets some time in solo queue, but
yeah.
I haven't seen him in competitive top lane in so long. Not
Guess
since
get
the
a ding.
days of Boy.
Whoa, 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 that's under turret. That's got to be careful.
Oh.
Rookie has to make sure he autos in between turret cooldowns and drops correctly.
Oh, that's a
going.
vital.
That could be, he's got no sums left to chase through, but he's going to have Q soon. He's going to have Q soon. He might have it. And Pabu's into the finals.
Oh my goodness, Babu takes down a world champion here at All-Stars with this Fiora into Akali.
He beat Doublelift, he beat Faker, he beat Rookie, and he's waiting for Caps or Uzi in the finals. I gotta shout out Pabu beat Tierwolf at the beginning, started all as well. I don't want to sell that one short. He took down some great players all the way through. Tierwolf going to the LEC next split, but that was hype.
All right, Rookie, again, his Shroud is down. That is the go signal. And right before he gets to the level 6 as well, Pabu chases him down. He's got double combat summoners, throws the Ignite Exhaust on him, able to get the lunge at the end, and that is gonna be it.
That is it. He's like, oh, my heart is beating. Like, this is exactly the emotion again you have when you're like, I'm not supposed to beat these players. Like they have such a pedigree above me.
You beat Faker and Rookie.
Yeah, in the same day. In the same day. That's incredible. I am in love with this run so far for Pabu. Now, Caps versus Uzi is exciting as well. Caps, I mean, I think really blew up this year. I know he's been around for a bit longer than that, but I mean...
Oh, he definitely blew up this year.
Oh,
and
man.
what an ending it was to this
World
year for him.
Finals. Yeah.
Going to G2.
Going to the team that beat Uzi, by the way. Point that one out real quick. Like, that's some hype stuff, you know? So
I like the tie-in.
it works out, and it's going to be exciting. Cap says, I think like a lot of these players like did take somewhat of a break after, especially ones who went to Worlds and went really far, took a break because you're grinding and grinding and grinding for 10 months of the year. I understand wanting to take a step back, but he's top 4 so far. And looking good doing it.
Yeah, and speaking on, you know, his move to G2, his response to a lot of the fans were like, oh my God, you're leaving Fnatic, you guys just got finals, you know, what's going on here? He said he knew that it was his riskiest option, but he wants to do everything that in his power to win, and feel like that is the best way for him to win. Maybe that will translate as well into his 1v1 style, taking big risks, doing everything he possibly can, because this is the time to pull out everything. It's Uzi. Right?
Yeah.
Nobody beats Uzi in the 1v1 tournament.
Not for a very, very long time. He can drop the occasional game, but he's a 2-time 1v1 All-Star defending champion. Bans his own Syndra, the only mage he is known to play in this bracket, but there's the 3 conventional marksman bans out there by Caps. Varus probably next up in the order. We'll see what he actually goes for. Kallista's been around there a little bit as well. And Caps, ooh, it's a mid laner. Aatrox is a mid laner.
Yeah, I mean, no longer a jungler either after taking out the most recent patch nerf. Uzi as well, we looked into, because I remembered him playing some mages, but you went to look at the actual match history, and Syndra, that was the only actual mid lane champion, even though I believe...
the only non-marksman he played.
I believe he also received some, like, Orianna bans as well, but his Syndra was pretty clean.
Yeah. Won a bunch of games on it, but now it is the Aatrox. Go ahead and lock it in for Caps. Uzi still debating his options, and he will go for the Ori. Kobe saw it coming.
I knew that was another mage.
Call him Mama Murphy. He's got the sight.
All right, now I do like the extra move speed that Ori can bring into Aatrox. Anytime you get more move speed, right? You know, trying to outplay the sweet spot. But again, Aatrox here, pretty good at those all-ins. Hitting level 6, I think this time the advantage is for the Aatrox. You know, at the level 6 breakpoint. Your Shockwave baseline damage isn't that amazing. Yeah. The displacement's pretty good for 1v1s, but honestly, until you get a lot more AP for the ratio, I actually like the extra speed and all the options that it gives Aatrox for a level 6 fight. So we'll see if Uzi goes his regular style of getting a CS lead, forcing his opponent to make a more difficult choice in forcing an all-in.
What's interesting, though, is this is a matchup straight up that I guarantee you Caps has played. Aatrox Orianna is for sure a conventional mid lane matchup. So
I actually would be willing to bet that Uzi has played this matchup as well, just solo queue style.
From solo queue, that's fair.
Because I know that he does play mages as well, and you know Aatrox is such a popular mid laner. Maybe at one point he did.
Yeah, no, that's actually completely reasonable. That sort of splashing does happen. Either way, it's a best of 3, much like the previous. And we have the Doran's shield in for Caps. Makes a lot of sense. I expect Resolve secondary for him. Cool. Yep, that's exactly what I would expect right there. Definitely revitalized. A good self-healer. Taste of Blood, Ghost Poro. Yeah, I think that is pretty much the optimal runes you could pick here for Caps. Domination can help you make sure that all-in actually works. Uzi, I expect some mana flow band, and yeah.
Nope. No Flying Orb.
Is there any magic damage on Aatrox's kit at all? I think the passive even is physical.
I'm pretty sure it is too.
Yeah, I think that's only wrong, but that's okay. Really, really minor point here, and we'll wait to see until the game starts.
Electrocute taken for Caps though. All right, let's see if he gets into the brush. Uzi establishing dominance in enemy territory. Wants to get the push on this blue side. A lot of damage onto the melee. Softens it up. Actually groups them there by the side.
Aatrox has no magic damage in the kit at all.
Okay.
Just looked it up. Thank you, Kobe. What a huge misplay. It won't be very much. It blocks like 30 damage. But let's see. So far, trading on for the early parts of the waves. And with Aerie, Uzi's getting the early push onto Caps. Keep in mind that Q cooldown is quite long for a while. And even the Keystone choice should be adaptive to his stats, which will just become attack damage because Aatrox, of course.
Yeah.
Scorch, I think, is always magic. That's the only one.
Yeah. Not much chance of it coming through. Meanwhile, level 2 achieved for both sides. Aatrox, the first Q is so long that if you get brush control here, yeah, on the left side from this map, it actually gives you a large arc of control, especially now that he does have Rumble Dash after level 2. See him landing one there.
All right, so far 9 to 11 in CS, but there is more minions waiting for Caps to kill, so no obvious early winner on CS just yet. 0-0 so far, and the best of 3 winner faces Oceanic top laner Pabu. After a string of incredible victories today, Faker and Rookie falling down to his massive plays, and now a battle right here. Low health bars, Electrocute goes through.
0 sweet spots landed there with some good footwork from Uzi.
Yeah.
Stays just outside the sweet spot. Does get hit by a lot of the secondary damage, but with the minion wave, I like him taking that trade.
One thing that's going to be scary this game for Uzi is there's no flash to get out of the W, the chain. Now, he's got heal and he's got other hastes with the W, so there are ways to run away from it. But if he ever lands the chain plus a single sweet spot, that is a guaranteed pullback, and that is almost definitely death for Uzi.
Again, I'm honestly really liking the level 6 possibilities for Caps here. With Aatrox, with having flash and the access to the extra speed with your ultimate, feels like the all-in could go very well. Again, Uzi, though, so confident with his double defensive summoners, as we've seen.
Yep. Now picks up boots. I like that again because move speed is a very important stat for this matchup. Took the first recall. Caps is able to equalize CS. I wonder if he wants to take this recall, though. I think he should have to. At half HP, I think he can't really fight very easily. This could be a kill right away. Uzi could do a lot here. Third sweet spot's going to land. Ignite is on, but he's got Summoner still.
He touched the relic right before the chain pulled him back in. I think that's the difference.
That's a big deal.
That's the difference between, you know, the flash and the exhaust also coming out.
Yeah.
Both these guys hold on to one Summoner spell because of the extra health provided by that relic before the Ignite came down. Really close.
Okay. So Caps can stay around. Uzi is low, and he knows he's actually a flash combo away from dying. That if Caps does like QQ into like Q flash and just lands third sweet spot, that might be enough to set up lethal. So Caps, wow, that's impressive. Stays against the first back, managed to get another decent trade, and is able to stay in lane for longer. That was impressive by Caps.
Yep. All right, on this recall, a lot more attack damage being picked up for him. Does now have access to his level 6. And he can choose the next all-in as this minion wave comes bouncing off of the turret. Cannon minion pushing for Uzi.
And Uzi with refillable again. He's implying he's going to recall at least once more to make it worth it.
Yeah, I think if all goes according to plan for Caps, will not be the case.
Health relic not stolen. In fact, he's going forward right now, looking for the W angle. He's going to find something.
Got it.
And does not time Q3 correctly. Now the pullback. Is it ult for ult, or does Caps just run away? He's going to grab this health relic. No, wants to use it around, but he's low. He's got to respect this. He's going to pop the ult in now. Forces exhaust out. And Uzi should not trigger the ult here. He should let Caps stay low.
Yeah, let it time out.
And now Caps is kind of on the back foot. Yes, he's got a summoner, but he's close to death.
Yeah, I mean, you can heal up a decent amount off the minions as Aatrox, but Uzi gonna try and harass him. His mana's pretty low, 30%
he's got a relic behind him
here.
With Uzi having relic behind him, I think he can go down to 0 and still be infighting. Wow, he flashed, but he misses. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, Uzi's very happy to see that one. That was probably the one thing he was worried about, was the big flash play coming from Aatrox on something like a second or third Q. I think he can breathe a lot more easily now.
And Uzi's up 5 CS, so I think this is now in the LPL favor. I think Uzi is in a good spot. Now we're going to try. He's got to go sideways. Will not get away from this one, but there's no E. He can't find the third sweet spot. He can find Oh, he does! The cooldown came up, and first blood goes over to Caps.
Caps finish it off just barely there. He was on the edge of that Q hit. Umbral dash at the very end, closes the distance, takes down Uzi in game number 1. This is still a best of 3. But man, what an opener here. Just on the edge of the chain.
Sweet spot.
Still allows Caps to get Q number 2 because of the wide spread. And then here comes your next charge of Umbral Dash just in time.
Wow.
Extends his range there and finishes off game number 1.
I did not know that he was coming back up right then. That was the difference, and he made it happen. Well done right there. All right, Uzi back against the wall. Could be dethroned by Danish mid lane superstar Caps. Best mid in the West, I think, is all but the most stalwart. NA fans would agree.
Honestly, it was a huge big brain move moving to G2 and kind of pushing his main competition off that role too, right?
Yeah.
Now that Perks is not a mid laner, I say definitely.
Niski goes over to NA, one less competitor. You got kind of Jizuke maybe next up to take over the chance at the crown. We'll see. I mean, Nuke Duck's obviously good, but yeah, I mean, Caps is obviously incredible. G2 looks exciting for next year. Imagine you come in, you're like, hey, we took a world finalist and the 1v1 champion, and G2's ready to go, you know? I think it's exciting. Caps has had a very good year. This would be a sick way to cap it off. Uzi, a bittersweet Worlds run, one of the favorites to win the whole championship. Gigantic upset against G2 Esports in the quarters.
Yeah, I would still say Uzi had a great year, even though the Worlds is really recent in your memory, and that one's going to sting, especially for him, but so much success regardless for him in the earlier stages of the year. 2
LPL titles, hadn't won before, the Crownless King. Won MSI. I was like, okay, now we believe.
His biggest year to date, basically.
Oh, I mean, easily by far. Unless you consider World Finals itself so much more than all those things, but I would not agree with that.
All right. I would consider All-Stars 1v1 champion paramount in awards, and he won those 2 previous years.
He did.
So he's going to have
and yet you said this is his best year.
Hit that
despite the early 1v1 titles.
So I'm saying that he has to win.
Oh, okay.
For it to
make it. Oh, okay. I got you. He's not on pace for the 2016. I get you. All right. Well, Bans coming through again. Triple marksman yet again. Same 3, I do believe. And do you ban Aatrox now? I think you might. I think you might ban the Aatrox and take a Varus.
Ominous stare down here. They're definitely concentrating on the last possibilities, because if you ban that, remember all the things that are open. We've just seen Rookie display with Akali the possibilities for your 1v1. Ooh. But yeah, that has been the problem, and that was kind of the problem at Worlds, right? Where there's so many of these powerful solo laners floating around that pick ban phase got very difficult for teams, even with multiple possibilities floating around. So Uzi does change though after being beat by the Aatrox, takes him down. Let's see what Caps pulls out next. He did play Wukong in the European LCS.
Yeah.
So that's also a possibility.
I want to point out, because I'm reading bans every game, Caps is 1 character away from spelling out LEC with the bans. I don't know if the order is really intentional, but LMC, it's close. League of Legends Mesopotamian Championship.
So, I don't think they give like partial credit in spelling if you get close to spelling.
Partial credit in spelling would be like the most fraudulent thing ever.
Especially for 3-letter acronyms.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? You miss up 33% of it.
Yeah.
Not going to give it to you.
Yeah. That's fair, actually. All right, well, Orianna back in the mix here for Uzi. Yasuo for Caps. I think that was probably his breakout international champion.
Baby. Yeah.
Think back to MSI, had some hard carry Yasuo games.
For sure.
That made the world take notice instead of just Europe take notice. Caps has never really let up since. He's been great all year and about to dethrone the 1v1 champion if he can win Yasuo versus Orianna.
Oh, man. And Uzi going back to the Orianna again.
Yeah.
You always get so much flack from fans and responses if you lose back-to-back with the same champion.
Run it back.
He did make adjustments. He banned out the Aatrox. But, Yasuo also has so many all-in possibilities with the Orianna. And the possibility of stopping the ball short when you're trying to move it around with the wind wall. Feels like there's definitely a huge opening for outplay.
Okay, so Conqueror. Not much.
Got a potion and
Doran's shield or play. He's debating.
Are you feeling risky, Caps? He said he was willing to take every risk if he thought it would give him a better chance of winning.
Yeah. Well, this time around, Shield Bash makes sense on Yasuo.
Yeah. Shield Bash as well as...
Second Wind.
Yeah. Okay.
Regen, missing health when you take damage.
Uzi in the same spot, really far up in the brush. Wants to get control of this minion wave once again the exact same way.
Okay, this time he's got mana flow, which honestly would have helped him last game.
Yeah.
He ran him a couple times when he could have had some more lane pressure.
Definitely would have helped more than
Ravenous over Ghost Poro, which I think is debatable. 2% of very little is still something.
I mean, I take it most games, even after the nerf, just because.
Yeah, but you actually get kills and assists.
Stack it up.
Summoner's Rift. Yeah. It triples in value on your first assist.
He went Sword Freak. That's the Doran's play.
Okay, let's go.
So he's looking to...
And he's already off the lane.
Have the extra oomph for the all-in. I like it. Being able to get the lifesteal as well, definitely powerful. You see, he's trying to charge up his shield. There you go, just walk around. Then he can go in, try and get his minions down.
Yep.
Sustain off those minions as well. Ooh, short Q.
Yeah, I think actually Cap's missed both Qs so far. He's got them with autos.
And Uzi punishes him very quickly there with the command attack and distortion.
That's actually 3 Qs missed. Caps is not quite landing them on the targets he wants. Keep in mind, we saw Uzi play some Yasuo in a 2v1 lane. Westdoor camped for him on Ivern, and they completely dismantled double it. It was not close, as 2v1 lanes tend to go.
Yeah. As many of my mid laners are fond of informing me.
Where's my ganks, Kobe? Where's my smite, Kobe?
Well, they didn't let me on the map for Howling Abyss, so good luck, buddy. Uzi also going to have control of both health relics, easily able to push up the wave before 215.
Good win wall. Yeah, that's a big deal that he gets the sustain lead. He's got the push first, and those are waiting for him so he can blow through mana. He can blow through his health bar as long as he doesn't get chased down.
All right, now once Yasuo has access to all 3 abilities, really starts to gain control here. Conqueror is procced.
Tornado in 1. Okay, can he get a knockup? Can he get through? No, he's gonna dash away.
I like it.
Oh, he flashed it for the knockup, but he's got the damage. Exhaust is up into the health relic right behind him. He's gonna try to get it. He got the relic. Oh, Caps!
That was actually so slick. He dodged out every time there was a summoner spell blown. He waits out the entire exhaust before flashing in with the expiring knockup in his sword, going for the kill, and that is 2 all-in finishes here from Caps.
Wow.
Aatrox into Yasuo, both finding victory against Uzi's Orianna. Here's another look at it.
That was slick. All right, he waits out the exhaust, times out, goes back in, flash Q.
And then he's gonna walk away for the command attack at the end too. That was critical.
Getting that relic.
Able to use the E through Uzi once again, knowing he'll be able to get to the relic first because there's no flash, no extra mobility from the Orianna. That was well calculated and well played from Caps.
Head shake. Uzi will lose his 1v1 King title. Had back-to-back victories in 2016, 2017. He will be dropped by the king of Western mids in Caps. And Caps versus Pabu will be our 1v1 finals. One of those players you can make a case for. Like, Caps is definitely, obviously good enough to take down those scalps, grab those kills. Hey, well done to him. Impressive performances. Pabu took some freaking upsets in a row. And especially considering that he probably shouldn't have beat Doublelift. Doublelift killed himself in that one. Very different world we could have been in.
I mean, you play against whatever player they give you.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they give you a guy who's at your turret and
he pulls aggro.
gives 1E, then you're going to have to play around that.
Yep. So that final will be after the LPL versus LCK matchup. That's going to be exciting. So stay tuned for the last few matches of the day. But to get a grasp on what it feels like to compete for the 1v1 title, let's send it over to Dash and Caps.
Thank you very much, Freak. I'm standing by with our second finalist in the 1v1 tournament, Caps, as he unseats the two-time defending champion in Uzi. We have to remember, he won in Barcelona and again last year. How does it feel to 2-0 him?
It feels so good, honestly. Like, I always wanted to come here to the All-Stars just to play this 1v1 tournament, and I am even more excited that I finally beat Uzi because he always ends up beating me. So I can't even, like, it feels unreal.
I mean, let's be honest. While watching, in between games, I saw a little bit of a jitter in those hands there. You were just on a World Finals stage, and you're jittering up here in the 1v1. I mean, talk about the difference in intensity of a 1v1 versus the team-oriented setting.
I mean, honestly, I was just very, very nervous playing up against Uzi because, as I said, he's beat me so many times. And I ended up having like some of the wrong runes, some wrong summoner spells, and I made a lot of mistakes, but I ended up winning, so I'm happy.
So where did the thought process come with the picks? Because a lot of the players I've been talking about, to have said mid lane champions is where it's at for the 1v1s, but you pulled out the Aatrox into the Orianna, so why were you lunging for some of these other style of champions?
Well, I saw that Uzi didn't use Flash in the other games, and I knew he was like I was banning so that he was like on an immobile AD carry or mage. And with Aatrox and Yasuo, if I can get to him and he doesn't have Flash and he's like immobile, then he's basically dead. So even if I drop a lot of CS, then that works.
Yeah, well, the prep was there. I want to ask you about your finals opponent in Pabu coming out of the OCE. He has taken down some huge names, Faker, Rookie, just to name a few, Double Lift as well. So how are you feeling about that matchup against him?
So I haven't gotten to see like all the matches, and I'm definitely surprised that he managed to make it. So that's going to be an interesting final. I'm probably going to go watch some of the games and see how he did it and what he did it with. So that's going to be fun.
All right, well, you got a bit of time to do that. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me, Caps. Congratulations on making it to the finals. We're going to toss it back over to Shox at the analyst desk for a word.
Thank you. Now, I don't think you can ban this guy out. I don't think you can do anything. I'm here with the legend, Pabu, and also another legend, Dumbledoge. But first, man, I gotta go to you, Pabu. What's going on? You're the best 1v1er at the tournament, almost.
I mean, I'm just playing to my strengths, you know, sticking to what I know, just picking my top lane champions, and it seems to be working so far. So if I keep on going with that, I reckon I can take it all.
Yeah, Dumbledoge, what are you making of this unlikely run?
I mean, I think he's lucky that he's not a support main, because you don't have a lot to offer in a 1v1 if you're support main. I mean, only time I farm is when a minion has 50% HP and I hit it with my relic shield stack.
Yeah.
So I think he's lucky to be top lane main, and he's doing amazing.
Yeah, you are. I mean, that is a good point, because as you're a support and you're just picking within your own champions, you're not going to get very far. So what do you make of your opponent then, Pabu, Caps?
Caps is a legendary player, you know. He's someone that I've, been watching throughout his career, and I don't know, he's incredible. So I'm, super honored to be here and get to play against players of these caliber. So I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a winnable match. The gap isn't, incredibly huge, but I'm going to try my best. So
I think you will win.
Pardon?
I think you will win.
Oh, you think I'll win?
Yeah,
maybe.
I believe in you.
Why is that?
I saw his games, and when I feel top lane, I play Fiora, and his Fiora was really good. So I'm rooting for him. Also, rooting for an underdog is always better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of you. I hope you win as well. Sorry, Caps. But let's take a look at some of the highlights, and I believe yours will be in there as well, because there were some crazy things. Also, this was the first one, so walk us through this. So what are you thinking?
I mean, I just wanted to walk forward because I knew he thought I would walk back, so I just wanted to walk forwards and dodge all his Qs. That was the plan. So if I kept walking forwards, he would just miss them. So that was the idea behind my movements.
And then here, of course, I think he thought that you were just going to back off, but you were like...
he thought...
Were you talking to him?
Yeah, there's a couple words I can't repeat, but, I don't know. I just thought he thought I would walk backwards because I had no summoners, so there was no reasonable way for me to get on him. But
yeah. Also, this was crazy. I don't know if you were able to catch his double dose. This was insane also. Bang is going to go in a second. There we go. Oh my god. And the tower. And they survive. Oh,
Rookie
no,
is
that's
actually nuts.
Yeah.
The first flash was incredible. I don't know. I forgot that he picked up the Lucian flash, so I was super surprised when it happened. That was very smart play.
Isn't it crazy that, isn't it crazy that in 1v1s, like, you're like, oh, this is a better player. They should win. But it never turns out that
Yeah,
way.
it definitely has its own meta, and anyone can win except support mains.
Here we go then. The best moment, the final moment. Oh, how did that feel?
It was incredible. I was so close to losing. Like, the second game, I was one hit away from death, and it managed to pull it out. So, you know, that felt amazing, you know, to clutch it out like that.
So, I mean, the first time, like, you beat Double Lift and you beat Faker, so at that point, you're like, oh, well, I'm just going to win the whole thing right now. I mean, what does this guy have? He just beat Uzi, that's all. Like.
Oh, only Uzi. Just one of the most legendary players to ever play.
And also, I do want to give some praise to Caps, but because it wasn't easy matchups, you know. He picked that Yasuo in the first one. He went in on Aatrox. He had the right timing. So there's a lot to look out for.
Especially in the Yasuo game, he played very smartly around like Uzi summoners, and the way because typically like the flash isn't super valuable, but the way he made use of it in baiting out Uzi summoners and killing him later was very intelligent.
Yeah, it was awesome. And this is then the bracket that we are left with. When we came into today, I think we thought it was going to be completely different. You know, almost. I mean, especially to Faker Pabu. Let's be completely honest. But I love it. Who doesn't love an underdog? I mean, you've been an epic underdog as well at big tournaments. It's fun.
It's definitely relatable for me, and it's not just because he's an underdog. I seriously believe that he can win, and that's why I think he will win.
That's also like, what does this mean for OC?
I don't know. I didn't expect to be here in the first place, so you know, I'm just super happy that I can you know do my best for the fans and show that Oceania isn't nearly as bad as everyone thinks it is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that's what I saw on Twitter the whole day. Everyone's just proud. You've like fixed everything. Like, everyone loves you guys, so it's going to be amazing. What are you guys planning to do on this final day? Are you playing any more modes? No, because it's the 1v1 final, and then it's China versus Korea. So you are done. How do you look back?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you look back?
I mean, it was definitely a fun event. It's always good to just play for fun because I'm that person who never plays these fun modes.
No.
And it was definitely fun to play like tandem mode and Nexus Please. Especially if you play with amazing people.
Yeah, I mean, you have the best name for tandem also because everyone just becomes dumb. That's great, Dumble, whatever. All right, well, thank you guys very much for joining me. Pabu, the best of luck. I think a lot of people here are rooting for you as well, so knock them dead. We're going to take a quick break in a minute, but first, at All-Star this year, MasterCard is, of course, surprising fans of the day for using their MasterCard at the merchandise store. Sally and Jessica today from North Carolina were surprised with behind-the-scenes access to the MasterCard VIP lounge. And in that lounge, they got a chance to meet Double Lift and Shoutcasters. They posed with champion weapons as well. They also got to snap a pic with Double Lift, who got knocked out by Pabu in 1v1, by the way. Maybe that's relevant info. No, they got to have a little chat with them. They got to draw as well. What is that? A heart? Pose with some awesome weapons. Yeah. And they got a priceless treatment in the lounge. So good luck to you. We're going to take a quick break. And when we return, it's going to be China and Korea squaring off on Summoner's Rift. Don't go anywhere.
Cortana, keep in mind his... Oh, that's the W. He might have it. He might have it.